Ninny Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. Today I am very excited to bring you this review of the Civil Warrior General Grant. This guy came in the post for me yesterday, and he's a big boy, he's a big Prime. So for those of you who don't know, I think I'm right in saying this is Civil Warrior's first outing on a Transformers figure, and he is called General Grant, and he is the Dreamwave version of Prime from the story of the War Within. I'll show you a couple of comparisons as we go through this so you can actually see how close they've got to the actual Dreamwave version brought to life. They've taken a couple of liberties with this figure, but there are a couple of liberties that I actually quite like. So let's dip into this as we always do on this channel, first by looking at the packaging. So the packaging has this fantastic picture of Prime in full action there. On the front it says General Grant, and it says Civil Warrior on the front. Then if we go to the side, it says General Grant Civil Warrior, a bit of a faded out version here of Prime, all lit up, eyes lit up, all these kind of cool things. Then we flip the box up, let's flip it over, and you can see what the truck actually looks like here. So the truck, you can see it's a full blown truck. Anyone who's into the Dreamwave version can see a couple of liberties here, like I say, but not too many, and it looks great. Warning, 0 to 3, no, only suitable for people over the age of 16. Choking hazards on this product. It contains small parts, and this one does contain some very small parts that I will show you as we go through. And then on the other side again, we have the exact same General Grant CW01, and then at the end General Grant, and then the other side is Civil Warrior. So not too much on the packaging to really look at, but cool looking packaging nonetheless. I definitely like it. He also comes with some pretty good destructions. The destructions on this are okay. They're pretty good. He transforms in 42 steps right to the end, because his trailer does combine with him as well. There are a few little bits and pieces that this doesn't tell you about on the destructions, so I just want to show you a couple of those as we go through this video. So with the packaging out of the way, we're now ready to take a look at the main event himself, General Grant, aka Optimus Prime from the War Within. And this guy is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. There is so much molded detail on this guy, and also so much die-cast metal on this guy. He weighs quite a lot. He's a sturdy beast, so if you pick him up, he is a very, very heavy, sturdy truck. Connects together very well, so you've got tabs down here where he connects in. He rolls beautifully. My new booth is slightly slippy, but all the wheels do roll, including these lovely big wheels here. Plastic wheels all the way around. If we just bring his face around here slightly so you can just have a look, you can see all this lovely molded detail. All this is die cast. Absolutely beautiful. All this here is also die cast metal. A lovely looking blue there on the front. These lovely exhausts here on the back, along with these really big plastic wheels here. So much molded detail on this. It's absolutely fantastic truck. If you look at the version of this versus the IDW version, you can see here how close they have managed to get here between that and the IDW version. It's absolutely amazing the job that they've done. So if we just take a look at the sides here, so you've got some lovely molded detailing here, just in and around on the side. We also have some of these lovely exhausts. If you look at how stylized these exhausts are, but they are absolutely beautiful looking exhaust there. Again, die-cast metal these. Then we have jet thrusters on the side here. These wheels along here, plastic wheels, more molded detailing. We come around the back here and we start to see the trailer, the doors to the trailer here, and then we come around the side and then it's just a replication from what we've seen on the other side. But very, very nice, very beautiful. Look at the cab itself, all this lovely blue die cast here, the yellow lights just like in the original comic story. So all in all, absolutely beautiful looking. First challenges you get with this trailer though, because of the way that this attaches, it will only really move forwards and backwards. You're not going to get, it doesn't hinge in the middle, it's a solid thing. So if you want to turn a corner, the whole thing has to turn. There is no hinge in the middle, but that's due to the design and the fact that it hooks in here, it hooks in down here, so it's one solid trailer. So that's the first little issue with it. If you want the trailer to turn, it's not going to. Second is that these doors here do not open, so you can't, like on every other Prime trailer, you can't put things in the back of Prime's trailer. If that's something that you really want to do with all of your Primes. But apart from that, this is absolutely beautiful. You know, that's the only challenges that I have with this guy. So then, for scale wise, he is masterpiece scale. So if I just drop in the Ghostbusters Optimus, we will see here that they are together too big for my booth, but secondly you can see kind of how they are scaling together. If you just move my camera slightly, you'll see how exactly these two scale together in length and in everything else. You can see that they are very, very close in length together. So just for an added comparison here, I'll bring out the latest version of Prime that we have, which is the Earthrise version of Prime, but you can see that Prime is significantly smaller. This guy is obviously masterpiece scale, he's not, and you can just see there's a lot of die cast on this one. He's completely plastic, but you can just see there's a huge size difference. So if you have this one in your collection at the moment, you can really see how big and chunky this bot is. So now it's come time for the transformation, and the first thing we're going to do on this transformation is actually just remove the trailer to get it into bot mode. So to remove the trailer, you're actually going to have to just unhook the tabs that are on this trailer. So you have tabs underneath, so you want to unhook this tab here and then just unhook that tab there, and there we go, he's just going to come off. Simple as. And remove the trailer. We will be coming back to this bad boy later on. And then you have just the truck mode itself, which just before we get to transform this guy is just a work of art within itself. If I just raise my camera up a little bit here, you'll be able to see this. So yeah, you can see that there's so much added detail here in and around this guy, and I have to say that diecast, 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 there's just everything. There's so much metal. The weight of this thing is immense. It's the heaviest transformer I think I have in my collection now. So step one that you're going to need to do on this guy is flip him over, and you have a peg here and you have a peg here. You want to unhook the hand and unhook the hand. So then we've got the two hands roaming around and they are free. Then next you're going to come down to the feet and you're going to separate his tootsies out like so, and his tootsies out like so. So you have those tootsies just separated out, and then separate his legs out. So once we have him in this kind of form, we're then going to just move the arms a little bit out of the way here. Then we're going to take the legs and we're going to pull the legs out like so. pull the other leg out just like so and slide up these bits on the front. Once we have done those bits, we can then move these shoulders out. So move the shoulders out, that's the one, and then they are round there like so. So now that we have the legs transformed, we then separate these two bits here, and then the whole thing can just come forward like so. Once we have the whole thing forward, we can just twist the body around, which then allows us to have him looking a little bit like this. Then just maneuver the arms around and then come around the back and move this part here down like so. So you've got that, and then bring these two pieces up like this. So that's fully transformed. Then unhook the hands, bring his little handies out, sometimes you just need to make sure, because he's got full articulated hands, so sometimes you need to grab the hands and just make sure that they are all the way down, because they do have a tendency to just move a little bit around while they're in there. Okay, and then when you put the hand out, you just bring that out, and then you, on the other side, you do the same. So you just unplug, bring this hand out, again making sure that nothing is getting caught up as it comes out, which can be a challenge in itself. There we go, that's out. And then you're going to want to have these arms in such a way that they fold round, come round, and then flip his hands around, and then flip his hands around here, which gives him this. Then up comes the head, push just on the back here. There's a little thing where you can push on the head, pull the head up, there we go, pull the head up, and then he just pops up like so. And then we have our General Giant, right, General Grant, sorry, right there. And you can move these around as well to where you actually want them, so you can have them there if you want, at the sides if you want, but it does impact his maneuverability in this form a little if you have them like that, but you can, if you want to, have them like that. And there we go, we have our General Grant in his fully transformed robot mode. And then we have General Grant completely transformed, and what a beauty this guy is. If I just pull the camera out for a second, you can see how tall this guy is standing. I was having some challenges with the lighting, so I just needed to make sure that we could get everything in, but again, so much molded detail on here, all these lovely little yellow bits. As I said, so much die cast, molded detail on this guy. Let's bring him in and have a little look at his head sculpt. So his head sculpt here is a cracker of a head sculpt. Really nice blue eyes, nice silver face mask there, really nice plastic molded details that we can see there. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful head sculpt there. Molded detail on the arms, the exhausts that were really big now look like arm cannons. Abs galore here. Molded detail when we move down to the feet, you can see so much molded detail here. The wheels still sit on the sides. We move around the back, and the back is not a complete mess up like it is on some. You know, they've done a lot of work on the back. There's still a lot of detail here on the back, and I think it looks absolutely epic. So if we have a look at who this guy is supposed to be from the War Within, look at how close they have managed to get this. Just look at how detailed this is. It's virtually identical to the IDW comic. Really, really well done to the guys at Civil Warrior. So now let's move on to the articulation and some of the features on this figure. So when we look at the top here, let's look at the head first. The head, beautiful plastic, painted. Articulation is on a rocker. You can get a 360 on there, and you can move his head up and down. The ears are also movable, so you can articulate his ears if you want. Looking at the arms, you get a full 360 here. You get another rotation on the arm here, another over rotation here also at the elbow. Then you get another rotation here, so you've got 2 points of articulation just here, which is incredible. Then you've got hand articulation, so the hand is fully articulated on the hand, every single finger, and these are actually really, really sturdy articulation. They are all quite stiff, which is absolutely great. The hand also rotates, but it doesn't collapse in on itself, so it hasn't got any articulation to make it kind of go like this. So you don't get that articulation with it, but you do get the other pieces of articulation. Body, you get a full 360 here at the top to do with the transformation. You get a full 360 here on his hips as well, which is absolutely great. Ab crunch, he goes up here, but doesn't look too great. That's because of the transformation. Let's get this guy to sit back down now. But that's it. So there's an ab crunch forward. You get an ab crunch forward here at the back, so you do get a little bit of an ab crunch forward, which is nice and sturdy. So then, as we come down to the bottom here area, you have your skirts here that can move, which will give you some more range of motion on his leg articulation. So you get them on the front and you get them on the side, so you get the nice articulation. His knee joint here is on a double knee joint here as well, which is really, really good and a lot more stable, I have to say, than my Hasbro one, where the double knee joint is kind of folding forward quite a lot. Here I get a nice one. Can he do a ninja kick? Ooh. This might be my fault because my new booth is slightly slippy. Yay, the guy can ninja kick. Whoop whoop. Yep, he can do a ninja kick. But also you get some little toe articulation here as well, obviously downwards from the transformation, and you get a little bit of range of movement there, but you don't get a swivel at the knees there. But overall, articulation wise, the guy has incredibly good articulation all over his body. So now we're going to have a look at some of the features in robot mode, and the first one I want to show you is here. So his matrix is actually stored right here. You can see where the matrix is stored, and if I just push this button now, you can see his matrix lights up, which is incredibly cool. The matrix does not remove, or certainly I haven't found a way to make it remove, but yeah, that's a pretty cool feature. One thing that you need to be aware of, and this is something that the instructions or the destructions definitely don't tell you, is that for this you need to remove a little white tab to make that work. The white tab is actually hidden away under here, so you see here where the batteries go. You have to remove a white tab there to make that work, and it doesn't tell you where to find it in the instructions, so you have to actually remove that piece there, which took me a while to find, but I found it in the end. Something else that's pretty cool from a play features version on this, and certainly from a masterpiece version as well. I got these little, I'll show you these little bits that kind of come with it. See if I can bring these up to the camera. So I got these little bits here, and I was quite unsure. I was like, is this just crap that they've put in? But what it is you get little bits with this to cover up all his screw holes, which I think is really, really cool. So I can put this in, and then I can put it in there, and this will just finish off my bit there, and then I can get this one, and this will just finish off this piece here. So you get to cover up all your little screw holes with this. That I think that's absolutely awesome. They also gave me some red fillers for here, so that's a filler. They look like this when they come. So I've got these pieces, and I've got some blue ones as well. So now we can move on to this guy's accessories, and he comes with some pretty cool accessories. So first accessory that he comes with is probably the biggest ion cannon I think I've ever seen in my life. This thing is huge, and again, it lights up, so that again is pretty cool. Woo, 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 woo. So that's awesome, but it's absolutely huge, this ion cannon. Little peg here on the side, open up his little handy, and then you can just stick the RF cannon into the peg in his hand, however that is, yeah, and then he holds that there really sturdy, even though the cannon is huge. Because of the way that the joints are on this guy, you can pose this guy however you want, and he's not going to lose. His arm is not going to drop. His joints are not loose on this whatsoever. So even though this is a humongous ion cannon, just get the light on that, you're not going to suffer with this one. Trying to pose it, you can pose this guy however you want with that. Then we move on to his second big accessory, which involves you just transforming the hand back to that position, and then plugging in this giant hand axe that he has then, which is so sick. So yeah, not always the biggest fan of close combat weapons for the Transformers, but I think the axe on this one, coloured, beautiful detail on this one, is just epic. Absolutely love it. So, and then for comparison, we can just bring out the Earthrise Prime, and we can see here that this guy towers over the Earthrise Prime. And if we just bring out for comparison the masterpiece version of Prime, he's roughly about the same size as the MP version of Prime. Okay, so we've now moved Optimus Prime out a little bit so that we can just have a little look at the trailer. So the first thing we're going to do, because this trailer actually converts now, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get Optimus Prime's trailer, and we're going to unhook these two bits here. So put the rest of the trailer to the side there for 1 second, and then you'll see that these two bits you can disconnect and you can extend, ding, and you can extend, ding, then hook up this little bit and pull out these two sections here, and then you can see we have a really big cannon. Again, lots of beautiful molded detail and silver paint on these. Then you do the same on this one, flip out, silver, golder, awesome, massive cannons. Okay, then we come around here, and the first thing we need to do is we need to unhook these two sections here. So this is where he kind of becomes a little bit of a parts former, but I'm okay with it because these are just accessories that we are attaching. So you want to go inside the trailer a little bit, and you want to unhook these two sections. So the first bit you've got here is these two tabs here, and you've got a tab here as well, and then you can unhook this bit here and this bit here, and then you can just, once you unhook here, you can just push inside and it'll lift the roof up here, and then the roof just unhooks like so, and then you can just untab everything else and it comes apart. Once you've separated the two bits, the first bit we're going to work on here is this one. So the first thing we're going to want to do is actually just separate the trailer completely and open it up. These bits here, you can take them out and you can take them out like so. These wings here at the side, you just slide up, and then you slide this side up as well. This bit can be swung out, and this bit can also be swung out. At this point here, you can then fold, get this right, fold this piece in on itself and then up, so you have it like that, and then fold this piece in on itself and then also up. It makes some clanging noises, but don't worry, they are supposed to do that, so don't worry about that at all. And then we're gonna slide the whole thing out like so, so that we have the wings looking like this. They are huge wings on this guy, absolutely huge. Then fold that round. Again, really loud clanging noises here, guys, but don't worry about those clanging noises. Fold the wheels in like so, and then you can attach these bits that we took off before. You can just attach like so, and then the other piece just attaches on here like this. So the wings just clip together like this. Make sure that this is all the way out. So that you have that, and then these bits come down, up, sorry, these bits go up, and then these bits also come out as well, like so. And there you have his wings. So this part of the trailer here is, I think you can already guess by the looks of these pieces, you unhook these. Again, everything's quite stiff, so just don't worry, things won't really break. This bit, they fold in, this folds out, this bit here comes round the back. This bit is very stiff, don't worry, you fold it round and then you lock it down, so you've got this tab here facing out. This bit goes round the back, again stiff, but it will go, and then fold this round the back as well. There's one foot, and then you bring the other one round, fold it down, hold it down, fold this around so the tab is there, and then bring this one down like so, and this up, and you can see how the whole thing starts to build up. These are his feet, and you can see actually with these as well, you actually get some ankle tilt with these as well, which is really, really impressive. So now we're about ready to bring Granty Boy out and start to transform him into his ultimate version, I guess. So when he combines with his trailer, first thing you're going to do, fold his little feeties in and fold those little tootsies in. You have to make sure that his feet are really aligned together to make sure that his little tootsies will go in. But once you get them in, you can just hook that in there. And then there's a little hole. I'll show you on the second one. I've got this in now, and then bring it around the back. There's a little tab around the back here that just plugs in, and that'll give you one foot. So his front foot here, his little toey woey, his little toe is going to go into this hole just here to give him really good stability. And then his toey woey goes into the hole. Yeah. And then there's some holes there for him to go in, and then that just clips in around the back. So there's his now extended legs. As for the wings, his wings, you see, have these little ports around the back to just hook on. But what you need to do first, so now this guy is even taller than he was, and you're going to just use these pegs and peg it in around the back there, around the top, around the shoulders, on the top of the body here. You just peg them in. So you just peg the shoulder pieces in here and peg the shoulder piece in there, and then he can stand up. I hope this actually all fits in the booth. Wow, this is a new booth and it's really getting used to the extreme on the first one that I've done in this. And then the next thing you're going to want to do here is attach these little arm cannons here. Now these arm cannons here have go into the ports that are here, which is why you hook up these two pieces here so that they can go in. So open his hand again, and then you're going to slide this in and bring it down. You're going to slide this in here. Make sure that it stays up when you're trying to do this. There we go. So that goes in, slides all the way through. If you, yeah, so you slide that just on into that peg that's there, and then you're going to want to bring it around here. You can see there. I just bring his arm down, I bring the handle up and attach it, peg it right into his hand. So you can see that that is on very, very, very securely because it's pegged right into the hand here, and it's also pegged into the arm, and then you can bring his fingers around to grip the cannon. So then I just did exactly the same on the other side, and I'm having to hold the camera now to show you the full scale of this guy, and you can see he's absolutely huge, massive wingspan there for him to be in his like ultimate mode when he's combined with his trailer. It's absolutely huge. These cannons that fit on the side, again, molded detail, all plastics, silvers, really, really, really nice. So much detail on this figure, and then all these accessories as well make him absolutely huge. Such good value, really good. These guns also, for those of you who are wondering, yes, the guns are siege compatible, so we can have his guns. I'll just put this down here. We can have his guns shooting out if we really want to. We can have them firing right at us. We can have all the guns shooting right at us if we also want. So yeah, his guns are siege compatible, so that adds to the play value and the effects that you can put on with this figure if you want. So now we get down to my final recommendation on this figure. Would I recommend this guy? Yes, 100% I would recommend this guy. He's a masterpiece quality, and when I say quality, he is quality. I paid under $100 for this figure, and he's easily worth more than that. Die cast. I've had no issues or challenges with this guy during the transformation or anything. All the ratchets, everything on this guy are fantastic. I think this guy is absolutely amazing for the price that you can get him on. I got mine from Alibaba. If you're looking to pick this guy up, I would definitely recommend you get it from Alibaba. That's AliExpress, sorry, that's exactly where I got mine from. But all in all, fantastic figure. I'm now looking for the IDW Megatron to kind of go with him. Hopefully that could be the next thing that Civil Warrior do. But I can't recommend this figure enough. Plastic feels great. The die cast feels awesome. He is a masterpiece version of the Dreamwave War Within Optimus Prime. General Grant, cannot recommend this guy highly enough. Absolutely love it. Guys, let me know what you think of this guy. Have you got him already? Are you looking to pick this guy up? Hopefully this has helped you. A few struggles today with my new booth. I think it's a little bit too small. I need to invest in a little bit of a bigger sections for the booth now. But if you like what I'm doing around here, guys, please give us a like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace.